So I'm recording this right now, and let's firstly open our application. So just double click the project, right click open with code. Alright, so this is our files, the application, Angular application. We are going to using the command ngserve to run the application. It's going to take a couple seconds. Right, so we'll quickly go over the whole structure right now. So we have our app component here, and in the source app we have the two folders, one for the components, including all components, and I have another folder with called services, including all our data service. We already have the user service, which including the array of user data, and also a couple related functions. Create user, like once a user trying to register, we're going to create a user in our array, and find the user by ID, like looking for the user with a given ID, and also find the user by the given username, find the user by the given credentials. By credentials, we mean both username and passwords. This is definitely for the user when they try to log in. We're going to use this function later, and also we have the updated user. 1 second. Yep. So for the website, we just have the similar things. We have an array of websites. So each website has an ID, has a name, have a developer ID and a description, and also they have functions. Create a website, find a website by users. This is going to return the list of websites related to this user. And also we have the find website by ID, update the website, delete the website. Right? And so far our file is compiled successfully. I should be able to see my website is hosted on localhost 4200. Right, so this is my current application. It has all the components as they are linked together with a different paths. And every time I click a button, just using the router link to another component. They are on the same page, right? So right now we're gonna continue working on the services. We're gonna add in two more files. One for the page, going to be page.service.client.ts, right? So this is going to be our page service. And it's going to have the similar structure like the website one. So let's firstly copy the structure of it. We're going to copy the import the injectable. We're going to copy the class here. We're going to call it, instead of a website service, going to call it a page service. That's our class. And in this class, we will have the data. So let's go to M symbol to looking for the assignment requirement. Go to the assignment 2. Assignments webmaker 3 and webmaker 4. Webmaker 4 is already there. So if you're working really fast, you can take a look of that. Alright. So webmaker 2 here, and the webmaker 2 is due on November 12th, which is going to be 2 weeks later. Right, 2 weeks later. So I have 1 week, 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks later. So we'll make a 2. And we are going to looking for the, let's make it bigger. We're looking for the data we already provided here for the page here. It's a page list. You can just copy that. And we're gonna have pages is equals to that. Right? That's a list of pages. Each page is going to have ID, has a name, and it also has a website ID. and a description. Like a website ID, by website ID, you know like which website this pages belongs to, right? Like one. So the data structure we have here is like a one user going to have multiple websites, and one website going to have multiple pages, and each page contains a lot of different widgets. So like a one to many, one to many, one to many. All right, it's like a this is how structure is structured like that. So have a lot of pages here. And the next step is going to be creating those functions. I have five functions associated with the page. So the first one is create a page. Add the page parameter instance to the local pages array, and the new page website ID is set to the website ID parameter. Okay, so we're gonna create that. So it's gonna be create page, and what it does is going to generate a new ID for the page. So we're going to say page.id underscore ID is equal to just master random and to string as its ID, and then we're going to adding that to our array. So it is going to be the pages, that's the pages, the push page, and just return this page out. That's it for the create page. And the next we have the find page by website ID. This is retrieves the pages in the pages array and whose website ID matches the parameter of website ID. So it's basically it's doing the same thing like find the websites by user, but this time we're finding the pages by the website. Alright, so again we're going to have an empty array, and if that's what then we go through the whole pages array. If there is any pages, it has a website ID we're looking for, then we just push that to the array and finally just return it out. Alright, so we just have a let result is equal to an empty array. And we're going to have a for let I equal to 0, I smaller than this the pages the length I plus plus, right? And it's just exactly similar structure like the one already have for the find websites by user. It's just exactly the same thing. So we're gonna have firstly checking if the pages item is if its website ID is equals to the given website ID, and then if that is true, we're gonna push that into our array. So it's the result dot push. What we want to push here is this the pages. This the pages the item, right? If this current item website ID is equal to the website ID we're looking for, then we just push this current item into the array, and we're going to do it for all the items in the array. And after the for loop, we're going to return the results. Return the result array. That's a way you find how many pages have that such website ID. All right. Next function is find page by ID. So the page ID is unique, so there should be only one page. So we're going to using a for loop for page ID of for let I equal to 0, I smaller than page length. This page is the length, and I plus plus. Again, we just go through the whole array from first one to the last one, and we're gonna check if pages ID is equals to this the pages the items dash underscore ID. If that is true, we'll just return the this pages item. All right. I think that's good enough. Let's make sure This is how we used to do it. Yeah. That is find the page by ID. And the next one, we are going to do update pages. Update page. Well, update page. So it's updating the page with the same ID in the array. So what we're gonna do here is, well, again, we're gonna have a for loop. Actually, we don't really need a for. Do I need a for loop here? Haha, I did it in the website. Let's take a look. All right. So we are looking for the old website by using the find website by ID. So here we're going to find the page with the find page by ID. So we're going to have a constant. The old page. The old page in the array is equal to the list of find page by ID, and looking for this current page, the underscore ID. So after I find that that old page, I'm going to take a look of the index of it. All right, I'm looking for the index of it. So constant index is equal to this pages, the index of this old page. All right, it's going to give me like what position it is at, and after I found the position of this old website or old page, we're going to update it. So we're going to say this pages index item is going to replace by the new page. All right, and then we're going to return. No, we're not going to return anything. Yeah, I think that's it. Update page. And then the last function we have here is delete page. It deletes the page with a given page ID. So again, we're going to looking for the old page by doing this, and then looking for its index. Actually, this one is just going to be page ID. And after we found the index, we're just using this the pages, the splice, and looking for the index 1. Well, the splice takes two things. The first one is the location of the item. The location is the index, and the second parameter is talking about how many things you want to remove here. I just want to remove 1, so it's going to be splice index 1. All right. That's it for the page service. Let's commit our changes. I'm going to add in a new terminal here. Git and dot git commit my changes. This is a page service. And we're going to keep ending the service for the widget. Let's have a new file. Widget the service the client.ts. It's just a name convention we are using here. Right. So again, we're going to use the same structure here. It's going up here. We're going to copy the first few lines. Have an injectable and the empty class. And in here, we're going to have the widgets array. The widgets array I also already provided here. Just copy that for test. And it contains a list of widgets. Each widget is going to have ID. Again, like everything going to have a unique ID to let we know like just a specific widget. It's trying to distinguish them by this ID, all right? And it has a widget type. It's either going to be heading, image, or the YouTube. All right. Actually, let me update this for a second. Give me a second. Let me go to the drive. I need to update the assignment for one thing. So I shouldn't have those we shouldn't have those image, sorry, the HTML widgets. Let's delete the HTML widgets for now. We don't have that so far. We're gonna add that in the later. So it's just so we only need the heading, image, heading, and YouTube. Those are the current widgets we have here. Let's rewrite it. Right. So that's my current data. So each widget is going to have an ID, have widget type, either be heading, image, or YouTube, and they also have a page ID. The page ID is basically telling us what page this widget is belongs to. Like you know, each page is going to have multiple widgets. So by doing this, we know like which page this widget is in right now. And then also, if that is a heading widget, we will have a size of it and also have a text related to it, right? And if that's an image, we know the current width of it and also the current URL for this page, for this image. And the same thing for the YouTube. If that YouTube, will have the width and also the current URL for the YouTube video. All right. So let's ending the functions. We have the other than the array, we also have three functions here. Also, I have the same functions here. I have same 5 functions here, right? We have the create widgets, find widgets by ID, delete widgets. Let's do them one by one. So first one is create widget, right? This one is trying to create a new widget and push that to the array. So what we're going to do here is the same thing. We're going to say the widget ID is equal to a master random and to string random. Give it a random ID for now, and then we are just push that to the array. So this the widgets, the push this new widget into it and return this new widget out. Right. Second function, find the widgets by page ID. This one is trying to looking for all the widgets belongs to this given page, right? So again, we're going to have array result is equal to empty array for let I. Actually, I should have that here. Let I equals to the 0. I smaller than widgets. List of widgets length. I plus plus. And in here, we are going to have if cases. If the page ID is equals to this widgets item star page ID, if they're equal, then we're adding that widget into the array. So it's going to be result dot push this the widgets item, right? And after I done with the for loop, just return the result out. That should make sense. And then find widgets by ID, looking for the widget with a given ID. It's the same function we've done many times. Going to have a for loop here. Let I equal to 0, I smaller than this the widgets, the length, and I plus plus. Done many times. It's going to be if this widget ID is equal to this the widgets, the item that dot underscore ID. If they're equal, then we just return the this the widgets item. Right. So that's for the find widgets by ID. And we have the update widget. We're going to again looking for the old widget with a given ID, so it's going to be constant old widgets is equal to this find widgets by ID by this given ID widget underscore ID. Oops, why I cannot type? It's the underscore ID. And then we're looking for the index of it. Index is equal to this the widgets, the index of, not include index of this old widget, right? After we find that old widget, and we are going to find its index, and then we're going to use the index to replace it. So it's going to be this widgets index is equal to this new widget. Update it. Right, so last function is going to be the delete. So again, we're going to looking for the old one and get its index. Don't forget to change this widget ID. You go to just widget ID, because the delete takes the parameter of the delete widget and update widget are different. Update widget takes the widget, delete widget takes just the ID. Right, it takes the ID. Just want to use delete the widget with a given ID. So here, after we find the index, we're going to do this widgets, the splice the index 1. Right. So seems like I'm missing a curly brace here. Right. Right, it works. Alright, so that's it for the widget service client. Yes. And let me commit my changes. Git commit. Data service is done. All the services are finished. And push my changes. Git push. Right. So that's it for all the data service. And later we're going to also don't forget to add in those services into our app module TS. That's what I forget. So in the providers here, I have user service, website service. I also need to have the page service. And also, you need to import the page service here. Right? You need to import the page service. Because the page service is in another JavaScript file. If you want to use that class in another JavaScript file, you're going to import that into the current file. Right? And also we need to import the widget service here. So it can be widget service. Widget service. Seems like it cannot find it. Is there any reason for that? Widget service. They have a, yeah, I forgot to change the name of it. It should be widget service. And right now, if I try to type widget service, yeah, it's going to give me a hint. When I click that, it's just going to import this for me, not page service. What? I think it's imported the wrong one. The page service should be in the page service the client. And this manually imported. We're going to also import the widget service from the /services/ widget service client. Right. So that's it for the data service. And later we're going to use those data to communicate with our component, to provide data to our component. Right now our component doesn't really have any data there, and we're going to using that to, to allows you login, allows you register, allows you to update user information, like such those things. All right, all should be working after the next part. So right now we're going to stop here and give you some time to working on your part. Make sure you are following me closely, and I'm going to upload the video to the YouTube. And for students who already finished this part, you should be able to continue doing that. If you meet any question, you can just wait for us to do it maybe this afternoon or tomorrow morning and see how far the class goes. And also, we have other things for you. If you already finished the assignment, or if you are just looking for something else to do, don't forget we also have our project waiting for you. Right? Everyone has to do a personal project. It's either to be in group or just by your own. And you can find the minimum requirement in here. And to help you to construct the project, I also provide a deliverable part, like to help you to start doing this project step by step. So in the start, it's gonna require you to write some description in your GitHub wiki, after you create a new GitHub repository for the project. In your GitHub wiki, create a web page called a project, and in there you're gonna write some description inside it, like provide a description of your project, include a problem statement, and also for each human user, list the goals that the user could accomplish using your website. Like a problem set, it's talking about a statement. It's talking about like any problem you may meet by doing this project. Just when you're trying to brainstorm the project, think about like there's maybe some questions you may gonna meet, and right now you may not be able to solve those things, but we're gonna list them there. We're gonna solve them one by one. Just some challenges there, right? And also for the each human user list goals. That means like what the user can do with your website. For example, if I'm trying to do a MC website, what the users can do here? Users can check in assignment, check in grade. Users can log in. Users can register account, and they can check the assignments. They can update their profile. Just those any goals that users will need to do, and we're going to satisfy the users one by one. We're gonna make those goals into reality. All right, and that's going to be the first step to brainstorm your project and think about what you're gonna do and what purpose users can accomplish in your website. And the second one is talking about the project design. That is about to create another web page called design, and in here we're going to list all the pages we're going to need. Like just again, still brainstorm. We're going to think about what pages we need. Maybe we will need the login page, we need the profile page, we need one page for the assignment, we need one page for the we need a home page, we need a contact us page, things like that. All right. Think about how many pages you're going to need. And we're going to wireframing the pages, and with a different some wireframing tool. It's basically those are the drawing tools. We're going to talk about that later, but you can take a look at that. All right. And after and also feel free to discuss with me about your project, and I can help you with, to brainstorm it and think about how many pages we need and what pages we need and how hard it's going to be. All right. I can help you with those things, and let me know like if you have any question. Right, so that's for the project. So I'm gonna stop right here, stop recording.